Hello everyone, hi guys, welcome back to my video session. Okay, today's session is completely different. It's been a long time, I haven't done anything like that for quite a long time. So we're going to be looking at a Panasonic ele ele electronic item today. It's something really special because like they always release these kind of things every time. So let's just go on their website first, which is a Panasonic Direct one. Okay, we're going to go in a category. Okay, this is their beautiful website. Looks really nice. It's colorful. I'm showing. Oh, they're already showing you what I'm trying to show you. So basically, so we're going to choose a category called televisions. Okay. Right. I don't know why I did that. Okay, hold on. Usually it comes out that. Ah, nice, right? Yeah. There it is. Yeah, that's it. It's supposed to be like that. 77-inch. There you go. So these are one of the largest televisions. These televisions are remarkably, I think, one of the best TVs you can buy for your money, man. You may look at the cinematic entertainment at home. So these are some of them. So, wow, a bit bigger. First time I heard of that. Okay, that's a different kind of thing. We're not looking at that. So there is a 77-inch one in there, but they did release another one because on pre-order. This one. Okay, a 77-inch Z95B 4K OLED HDR smart TV with Fire OS. This TV is right now on pre-order and it costs £3,999.99. So it's about £4,000. There's a glimpse of this amazing TV. So take a look at that. It's a smart TV, by the way, if you can't see all the electric on there. Let's read it. So 77-inch Z95B 4K OLED HDR smart TV with Fire OS. Okay. And there's a picture there. This TV is releasing over this year, 2025. It's the latest TV, and it looks Panasonic TV Premium. It's one of them series. Can you see all that? Where are they gone? Oi! So coming soon, the first order dispatched the second week of July. Okay. So in this range, you can get 77-inch, 65 and 55-inch screen sizes. Okay. So this combines like a next generation in the primary thing, yeah, the RGB stuff like that, okay. You could put it like any kind of space, things like that. It's a very good viewing experience in any angle you put it in. You won't have any problems with this. Okay. So it's got Fire TV built in. I don't really hardly use that, so I don't know if you guys use that. I'm not really into that. So this will create stunning visuals and immersive sound. Wow. Oh, it's flipping and it's still loading. It's freaking slow today, isn't it? Okay, okay. About time is showed up. Now let's take a look at these pictures, yeah? Okay, down there. Okay, TV 77 Z95B EB 77 inch OLED HDR 4K HDR smart TV, which is 77 inch. Now, really, he's put it against a wooden wall. Can you see what's happening there? Really just means you can put it really literally anywhere because it's got a stand anywhere. So I mean, that's a big thing, that stands. Then he goes, redefine the future of OLED entertainment. Anything in here? It's texture design, which you can put in like any space, giving a good viewing experience. Okay, we already covered all that. Yeah, let's look at this. This looks very important. Okay. Okay, the height. Okay, let me see. Why has he got two kind of heights? I don't read the two heights there anyway. I don't know why the two heights there. 1066 mm, 1040 mm, which means millimeter, and then it's mentioning the depth from the side. You know the depth, what that means. From back to forward is 350 millimeter again. Then it's talking about from the width, which is left to right, which is 1712 millimeters again. Then it's talking about the stand. This is telling you the width of the stand, 500 okay. So the height is 1066 okay. Looking at it over here, description. Okay, anyway, Fire TV is stream of your dreams. Okay, so it's about streaming, isn't it? The Fire TVs. Yeah, this television is going beyond that level of other TVs. Now this one's got HCX Pro AI processor MK2. Now this processor, what are these HCX processors? What does it actually do? Now this processor gives you really high performance for your visuals. You know, all the stuff that shading, you know, and all the other objects up front of it, and then you can see shadows on it and things of that kind of nature. That's what this processor does. No, processor. Yeah, the processor does things like that. It's a much a new one because it used to be MK before. Now it's going to MK2. Now the class leading thing in this processor will give you color, contrast, clarity, and auto AI mode. Okay, you're gonna get all of that stuff in this amazing new processor, which is gonna be amazing because I've never seen this myself in front of me, so I can't clarify much information on that. So I'm just giving you information what's actually on this website. Yeah. Next gen OLED, luminous and color revolution. Yeah, these are new things now because luminous and color revolution has never been in a Panasonic television before. I've never even heard of that on any television really. This is the first time I've heard these kind of words in television. Because it says next gen OLED. So this screen, OLED screens are one of the, how I can explain it? It's one of the very good screen actually. It's supposed to be one of the best screens out there. If you guys don't know that. Now, the next part, which will impress loads of people, game mode extreme. It's for gamers. It will give you stunning speed, resolution, and motion. Now, I mean, a lot of people will use the game mode extreme for games consoles we got in today's standard. But what I noticed, you know the previous TV he released before in 77-inch? The game mode in that, what I tried out was, because this one's going to be much, much better, ain't it? I tried consoles like Panasonic Q, yeah? Games console, which was that Nintendo GameCube console. It had a Nintendo GameCube. The system was actually made by Panasonic themselves. Yeah, Panasonic, you hear that? You made that yourself, okay? I'm not saying nothing out there. That console looked quite good on it because you get this special adapter for Nintendo GameCube anyway. And I still think that Nintendo GameCube is still one of the best consoles. Well, above that comes Nintendo Wii and Nintendo Wii U consoles. On top of that, if we just look at the Nintendo GameCube on its own and move the Wii and Wii U for a minute, I don't think any system can touch the GameCube apart from the Wii and Wii U, as I said. Yeah, I said just remove them for a while. And so I would advise Panasonic to release a Panasonic Q mini games console. They should release another one, man. Yeah. If you never seen one of them things before, I'll actually show one because I still got the box of the console. I don't have the console anymore because my console actually it was damaged and it's finished. So I'll show you the actual box what it looks like. Okay. So wait a minute. Because no one's going to show you that. I think they should release a Panasonic mini games console and they should bundle that with the television. They're being silly. Rather talking about other brands. Because you made this system. Obviously, this system originally was made by Nintendo because it's got a GameCube in there. It's not a GameCube. They had this add-on as well called the Game Boy, Panasonic Game Boy Player as well. They had that. Why is Panasonic ignoring all this? Why? Why is Panasonic and Nintendo ignoring this? I mean, honestly, you release this thing again, it's gonna sell. Don't even know that. Yeah, because they made mistakes with the first one. That's why it didn't do so well. Release it again, man. And put a Blu-ray drive in it this time. Look. Oh, there. I'm gonna drop my heart. So yeah, it looks, you know what, I still think this machine is epic. It was revolutionary in its own right. Look, still one of the best systems for gaming as well. Look. Panasonic. I will still buy one of these things. If they're not going to release another one, then totally up to them. But then you should just get one of these again. This is a really good item, man. I mean, I don't know what to say about it, but it's still one of the best consoles. Look, SLGC10S. I think it's only Japanese as well, isn't it? So you get the console. and you get a remote. You got game controller and a remote controller. Look at that. It's awesome. Look at that. Sorry, I couldn't remember me. All that. Amazing stuff. I'll show you the side view as well of it. I'll show you the other side as well. And you know what? This thing is made in Japan, you know. It's proper Japanese. Hardly any consoles are made in Japan, are they? Look. Made in Japan. It's awesome console. It's got all these features. It's a flipping wicked system, man. I don't know why they're ignoring it. Then on the back, it's the same again, look. Here on the top. Is it open yet? Look at that. Amazing, eh? It's a totally top-notch console in its own right. I mean, the only consoles that are really advanced is the Panasonic Q and Nintendo Wii U, yeah? Nintendo Wii U having the Wii U gamepad and things like that. You can stream the whole damn system to the Wii U gamepad. There was a dual screen modes in there and things like that anyway, of that nature. So yeah, I mean, using one of these systems, it looked really, really good. No lag, nothing. It looked really, really superior playing GameCube games. If you've got Game Boy Player, you can play Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games. Yeah. I have to say one thing. All of the systems included in the Panasonic Q games console are one of the best systems ever. I mean, Game Boy Advance as being amazing handheld system, GameCube being one of the most amazing games console. The only thing that comes in its way is the Wii and Wii U, okay? As I said. But nothing could come on its way. This is a really good package that Panasonic released. I would advise Panasonic to release the Panasonic Q Mini Games Console again. I can make a video on this to what they can add on this console. They put too much things in this system from front to back and it made it really expensive. And why would someone spend that kind of amount of money? They need to make it cheap. It needs to be cheap as possible. Because people go funny, man, spending a huge amount of money. So yeah, I mean, this is a really good, this game mode extreme. This could be good for your, obviously because I'm a big fan of Nintendo. The only two consoles I think are worth playing are just either this Panasonic Q games console, and the Nintendo Wii U games console. Playing one of these consoles on this television is gonna be flipping epic. It's gonna be epic, man. I don't know why doesn't Nintendo get together and release a Panasonic Q games console and a Nintendo Wii as well? No, a brand new version of them systems. Oh, I swear it's gonna sell, man. It's gonna be over the top sales. I don't know why Nintendo's ignoring them. I can't say why Panasonic's not getting involved in all this situation. You're still scared that you're gonna fail in that. You won't fail, man. How are you gonna fail in that? Why is Panasonic hiding? I don't know why. But this is about the television. I know it's got nothing to do with the console, but they should release one of these consoles and bundle it with these televisions. Because then they made this damn console. For goodness sake. It's going to look really cool if you had a Panasonic console and this Panasonic TV. It's going to look really, really impressive. And they can put a Panasonic system in the shop. The Panasonic games console. Anyway, yeah, so this Game Mode Extreme is going to be really epic for little machines like Panasonic Q. So even if you got the previous Panasonic Q games console and Nintendo Wii U, you still got them, use these on this television, and you know what, you're going to be impressed. I got into the Panasonic televisions. You think it's funny how I got into it. I was never a fan of Panasonic televisions that much. But when I heard about the Panasonic Q games console, first time ever, because it was made by Panasonic, then I thought, well, why shouldn't we get a Panasonic television with that console as well? I was thinking things like that. So then I got into it because of that console. Then I really didn't know Panasonic television was that good. So it's not about the Panasonic Q games consoles anymore now. It was more about the high-tech televisions that Panasonic's releasing. They're really, really good. So yeah, Game Mode Extreme is a very epic thing. Next thing is 360-degree Soundscape Pro with Dolby Atmos, immersive sound quality for cinema. Honestly, I can agree with this because Panasonic uses Technic's sound system. I mean, you're not going to get anything like that in televisions. You don't need any kind of speakers, nothing, receivers, nothing. You don't need nothing. Soundbars, no. You don't need any of that. Because these TVs are crazy, man. They're amazing. But they're talking about the 360-degree Soundscape Pro with Dolby Atmos. I'm sure if we look at the previous televisions, there are Technics in them. This might have the same thing again. And there's the dimensions. So we can talk about the dimensions again here. Height, 1066 mm. Width, 72 mm. Depth, 350 mm. Weight, 50.0 kg. Dimension with the recommended penetrable star. Okay, let's go further. Oh, I love this. Seat hole B. Oh. So it's about all the experience revolution here, yeah? Just like the Panasonic Q. Panasonic Q was a revolutionary games console. I don't know why I'm keeping talking about the console, but it's important that the Panasonic Q, the revolutionary games console, it needs to be re-released again. You know, these companies don't think, do they? They always turn themselves down just they failed once. It doesn't mean you're going to fail again. Honestly, if I was Panasonic, I would release this thing again. I would release it. I would release this console again. I mean, I would release it. You have to understand what to put in there. You can't just put too much things in there. Otherwise, it's going to go really high price, isn't it? So, yeah, consider that. Okay, anyway. So, bringing you the first of its kind OLED. Okay. So it's got OLED Fire TV, okay, featuring all that 144 Hz display. Yeah, excellent, man. We need all that. Panasonic is still into like 4K TVs. They're not moving along over to 8K yet. I think Panasonic understands one thing, that 8K is not there yet. Because if you look at the other brands that were releasing 8Ks, they have failed. They have not been doing so well. Okay? If anybody wants me to make a video on that, why the 8K TVs are failed, please send me a comment under this video what I'm going to make here. Right. So, you know, each frame is going to be masterpiece on this, yeah? This TVs has been upgraded from the previous ones, okay? You're gonna have loads of endless entertainment options in this, okay? I mean, when you're gonna use it and you're gonna see the features on this TV, whether they're gonna work properly, I don't know. I can't tell you that. You have to just try all this stuff out and how it's gonna come out and shape out to be, yeah. You connect with friends, families, and level up your game with smoothest visuals and accessibility. Yeah, Panasonic delivers every time. Just power up. Okay. Here we go. More great brightness and color, groundbreaking OLED. Okay, this looks interesting now. Yeah. Okay, let's read all this. Does it come on the screen? Take a look at that. Luminous and color revolution, next gen OLED. That's the first one. The next one is next generation brightness powered by Panasonic innovative cooling system, patent pending. Incredible brightness with 4 stacked layered structure. Okay. Professional picture performance in your home. Right. Okay, Panasonic always says about immersive sound, that you feel like you're really there. So he's been saying these dialogues before. Now you're gonna feel this thing once again. Okay, look, oh my god, look at that. Oh, okay, now. Yeah, look at that sound. I think I would have been blasted away. If it's too much for my ears. I just about can hear this kind of sound. Look at that. The guy is flipping. Look at that first flipping picture. It's like a flipping ball. The way you sounded, the first one, I know it's some kind of like a wind. So a tornado in front of you. Now he's getting surrounded like that. So the first one is saying enjoy 360-degree and sound experience, yeah? Let me see. So basically this is 360-degree soundscape thing. Okay? It's got improved woofer, okay? And the side firing speakers up there on it. I told you, tuned by Technics. There you go. This is going to be absolutely a bomb. Delivers powerful, immersive sound, alright? That's the first one. Now we go to precise. That was the 360-degree and sound experience. Now precise and immersive person sound experience. Whoa. Accurate sound enables users to take advantage of a unique beam forcing function, okay? Okay, these are small speakers they're talking about here, yeah? And then no way over, right? The zones are different sound levels. So he goes, users can experience a more precise sound quality for the whole while minimizing potential distraction to others. You won't distract other people, yeah? Something like that. Panasonic AI feature. Oh, AI feature in a TV. It's the first thing I've heard of on a TV. Maybe it's been there before. I've never heard of it anyway, so I'm just being honest. Okay, auto AI for always optimal picture and sound. Okay, this. Okay, you got settings for sports, live music, filming scenes, and more. Okay, is that one? 4K fine remaster for high definition. Check it out. Duo super resolution. Okay, looks good. So what's gonna happen now? The AI and automatic models, yeah, will deliver more crisp and natural images. There's that part. And an AI HDR remaster for high contrast HDR picture. So this is about the AI HDR remaster, okay? You know, it's talking about more dynamic picture. I mean, dynamic picture makes the screen, how can I say, it won't be foggy, it will be really clear, it will be bright, and it will clear. It will look really like a surreal picture in right front of you in terms of broadcasting and streaming, okay? Looks impressive. I know when we read things, some things look impressive in reading in words, but when you're gonna experience it and see in front of you, then you're gonna see more of it if it's really at that level, yeah? I think Panasonic's good with displays and audio, aren't they? Whoa, I love that. How did anybody write that? He goes, watch your favorite, control your home, experience the ultimate entertainment. It's not that bad. Keep on reading. I'm going to keep reading it. Small home control features. Right. So this is a Panasonic TV Premium. Okay. Then it goes, discover. This is the best part. Check this out. Discover Japanese technology. Yeah. Excellent. I love the way they written that. Ultimate picture and sound, quality, advanced gaming features, and more. This is to reckon force with, yeah. This is the thing about your favorites and about your home entertainment thing, yeah. This is what you need to be checked out. Maybe you can watch some other people's videos to find out more about that, because if you haven't tested it, you're not going to know about these things here, because I haven't tested the TV, so I can't tell you all that, can I? I'm just showing you what's on the actual website. All the entertainment in one place. Fire, Netflix, Prime, whatever. All that kind of stuff. And ITV. Yeah, so all that kind of stuff, yeah. Hands-free and effort-free. Use your hands-free TV with Alexa to check TV stats. Okay, things like that, okay. Keep an eye on what matters. Check any camera in your home without pausing. Good show. All right. So what does it mean by camera? You can see watch all your programs. I don't know why they're using the word camera. So it must be like little pictures like cameras. You can see all the different stuff you're watching on there. I don't know. I don't have a clue on that, but I think it's something like that. There's quite a lot of stuff on this TV, you know, honestly. It looks too much. Designed to be beautiful in any space. See, look. It's showing you a little image in the corner. Look at that. Yeah. So let's see what it says about any space. This TV delivers exceptional picture. Is crafted as a statement piece for your home office. We know that. Featuring premium fabric converted speaker, it blends styling function with the slim profile, flat top, minimal color cooling, and optimized speaker placement. It offers stunning visual, spurious sound, showcase design, and technology in harmony. That's what it says. It's just describing the thing, innit? Nothing else. This is the thing about Panasonic. Look, picture perfection in all conditions, yeah? Right. Broad compatibility with HDR formats. Multi-HD formats are in this, okay? HDR means high dynamic range, by the way. So it's all that kind of stuff like you got HLG, HDR10, HDR10 Plus. Really good. We need all that. Experience a new dimension in HDR viewing. Right. So what this is all about? What this HDR does? You know when you're sitting in a completely probably dark or even a lit, the HDR picture will do it in its own way, so you get like a perfect picture and color contrast out in them kind of conditions, you see, which is, I think, something very unique. Next gen filmmaker with intelligent sensing. Okay, this is something to do with the directors, isn't it? Oh, it does say directors. Look. Enjoy your favorite movies as the director intended. Can you see there's a guy on there, yeah? So the filmmaker mode in there. Okay, every movie is faithful to the director's vision, even under bright lights. Alright, check it out. I think you already understood that. The new way to do TV. Wow, this TV looks flipping impressive, doesn't it? You'll find top shows from BBC, ITV, Channel 4, Channel 5 and more. All in one place, seamlessly switch between live and on-demand TV. Okay, you probably got that. I'll leave that to you guys where you watch. Level up your game. This is about gaming now, yeah? See, this is the thing I don't like about Panasonic. You should release your own console rather than relying on other people. You're putting yourself down in gaming. Come on, you released previously a 3DO and the Q thing. I think you should ignore the 3DO. You should ignore that. I don't think that was that good. But the GameCube games are still top notch. If I tell you something, you're going to be amazed. If you look at Nintendo Switch, yeah, the very first one, they released GameCube games on that as well, you know. They released very few. Now, what's going to happen? Nintendo Switch 2 will be releasing a huge library of Nintendo GameCube games. Why do you think they're doing that? Because GameCube games are epic. That's why. There's nothing like that. I mean, if you look at the games that came from Nintendo and GameCube, they were much better even than the Nintendo Switch games. Yeah. I don't care what sales that Nintendo Switch got out of that Switch 2. It's not about the sales, it's about the actual games on there, yeah? Different things happen with different consoles. You gotta make them correctly in order the customers to buy them. Or the customers just go all funny and they don't buy the damn thing. They do these stupid things. I really don't think the problems that Nintendo faced has nothing to do with gaming, yeah? And I don't know why few of these consoles from Nintendo, you know, failed. For what reason? Yeah, we know the reasons why they failed. All the reasons are completely stupid. Yeah, they're all utterly stupid. Right. The first one says big screen, epic speed, resolution, and clarity for every game. I do like my games a lot, so that's why I tend to talk about gaming more. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. So I'm into this game mode extreme on this television. It's going to be really epic. Okay, big screen, epic speed, resolution, and clarity for every game. I'll say it again. Now, thanks to Game Mode Extreme, our new 4K OLED TV with HCX Pro A1 MK2. Oh, it's for that as well, isn't it? Creative action. So, you know, it's the latest revolutionary 144 Hz. Okay, delivers HFR, high frame rates, VRR, variable, refresh rates. This is going to be bad, you know, I'm telling you. Free graphics, redefined symmetric balance, and the gaming experience, yeah, looks awesome. Smooth and intuitive, well, I said intuitive, I don't know, it's not a word. Set up for gaming devices. Okay, there's so many devices. Oh, let's put that bloody controller in there. Pisses me off, honestly. I really don't like that. I don't really like that whole damn system. Why do you want to put that bloody controller in there? Isn't that system responsible to get rid of you? Are you even, do you know that? What are you doing there? I can't believe some companies are just fools. Why is Panasonic playing about? Yeah? You know what? Panasonic needs to know, act quick. They are too slow at doing things when it comes to gaming. They're not even doing anything about it. Okay, enjoy easier, more intuitive gaming settings. Okay. Into TV with HDMI, yeah. Okay, it's got control point display, okay. And smooth experience. So things like that. It's got a button and app on here. Next one, great sound, whatever you play style. Okay. Whatever your play style. Game mode. Game sound mode allows for switching between sound modes that automated sound for the game you are playing. Wow. Alright. So as mentioned, RPG, gaming experience, okay, we have PS modes and all that kind of stuff. Players to hear the summit sounds of their enemies. And take the upper and which mode will you pick? Looks good. Now what that is saying, now it's mentioning, think about FPS mode. Okay. It's all about something to do with sound. Yeah. The sound of the actual enemies. So it depends how the sound is coming from the enemies. It's going to be really an immersive experience because when you're going to hear this kind of sounds coming from the enemies. So yeah, there you go. Amazing gaming without tearing or stuttering. You know what? That's a big problem. You know about tearing and stuttering. Now, tearing and stuttering can come from various things, but look what it says here. Let's read this first of all. Z95B supports both AMD, FreeSync, Premium, and NVIDIA. Fine. Compatible? Yeah, they're talking something to do with NVIDIA. That's something to do with their video cards. The best game experience on them. Tier 4K gaming on large colors. Okay, they're on large screens. I want to say something else as well. Like, you know about tearing things? Tearing things can happen if your video card is weak, if your CPU is not up to par, things like that, and that can cause issues with tearing. Yeah. And another way where tearing can happen, like where, you know, if your hardware is not even up to par, yeah, and you go and turn a game's resolution higher than the hardware you got, which can't even handle it, and that's where the tearing is gonna come as well. Alright, I mean, the television ain't gonna do anything on itself. Okay, it's mentioning here something about the tier 3 4K gaming on large colorful screen and escaping into gaming world. This is about 4K screens, but I've seen this happening even on 32-inch TVs and 42-inch TVs. And them screens are smaller than these. Yeah, you gotta understand that. And the TVs I'm talking about are not even 4K, they're 1080p. This happens even on 1080p screens as well. Not only on 4K, what Panasonic is mentioning here. Okay, in terms of Panasonic, he's talking about this television, which is about 4K. So it's going to free you from 4K, what he's saying from here. But he can free you from that, but if you can't understand your video card and your computer's hardware, you're not going to escape the tearing, are you? You need to be on both sides. Once this television, what Panasonic is giving you, fine. But the another thing you need to understand is about your video card and your hardware of your computer as well. You need to understand that as well, because on its own, that won't help. Doesn't matter whatever Panasonic is mentioning here. So I think they're coming from here, what they're trying to say from here as well. Like even you got like a good hardware. Now, I do understand where some people and customers and Panasonic is coming from. Even when you got a good hardware, like even on your PC, whatever, it still tends to do tearing. Like because like it still does that even your computer, the video card computer hardware is good. But it's not supposed to be doing that. And that's what Panasonic's trying to say here. Because even having all that, tearing still comes. I've been talking about 4K visuals here, 4K stuff here. So, in terms of 4K, they're trying to get rid of that tearing with this television. See that? Amazing gaming without tearing or stuttering. See? This television is going to help you on that. That's what Panasonic's trying to say. Don't get excited too much what's written about tearing or stuttering on here. Because this won't work for you if you have problems with your computer's hardware. Okay? If you already got problems with that and your video card and your hardware is not high enough, this Panasonic television is not going to do nothing. Honestly, it won't do anything. But if your hardware is good, this will help you. Okay? Check it out. Everything on this television. I love this television. I think this television could be the year's TV, you know. Because quite a lot of there's new things in this TV that you've never seen before. Panasonic TV Premium Fire TV 77 inch 2025. That's what you look down there. Look at the bump. Really? Primary RGB OLED says there. I don't know what that. The HCX Pro AI MK2. Then you got 360 degree soundscape Pro. Then you got game mode extreme. Then you got tuned by Technics. Looks very, very beautifully designed TV anyhow. I love it. Very, very nice. Huh? Take a look at his name. Let's just take a look. Got that? Got that? Got fabric in use on that. Onto the speakers, yeah. Let's take a look at this one. Thermal, panel cool system, all that stuff. Look at that. Looks good. Okay, some photos there for you. Adobe Vision IQ, yeah. Anything else? Okay, let's look at all these. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Slim design and center pedestal. Okay, things are that. Take a look at this. Okay, these are all the dimensions. Okay. which we already specified. Okay, I can just mention the depth. If you look at the bottom, it's 250 mm. At the top, the depth is 61 mm. Okay, and let's go more down. Okay, these are the ports. I zoom here. HDMI times 4, so that means there's 4 of them. Ethernet, there's 1 of them. USB times 3, there's 3 of them. Aerial RF, yeah, you can use the RF as well. Satellite, so there's 1 of each of them. Optical audio is 1 of that, and headphone jack is 1 of that. Okay. Panasonic gives good wealth of ports on there. The remote control is very kind of like silver color. Is it silver or white? What is it? What is the remote? Wow, what a long remote. Prime Video, Netflix, all that. It's really good stuff. Apps. Okay. Let's go more further. What is that? That's all the stuff in there. Look. Stream your favorite shows in one place. Whoa. All that, yeah. Okay, all that stuff. HDR stuff here. Wait. Was that the very... Yeah. Very nice pictures. You could understand picture by picture the information that Panasonic has given here. Very good. Specifications. Okay. Picture. There's a power talking of 4K stuff here. Resolution, width times H. Alright. So take a look at that. Can you actually see everything there? Well, that's probably up top. Yeah. Click on Mr. Left part, yeah. So yeah, yeah. Yeah, if you're into the PC inputs, got VGA plus PC importing. I tell you, Panasonic will go for even older ports. They do things like that, really, really good. Just take a look at all the ports, they're giving you. You can see that yourself. Just keep reading it. They're really good when it comes to old and new ports, honestly. I mean, I've seen them do that in many devices like their televisions, Blu-rays, and DVD, whatever. Yeah, they do all sorts of things like that. They will try and give you a very good experience for your connectivity and things like that. That's connecting with the wires and all that, yeah. Not about like wireless. You want to read that? Interested to read that? You can. Gotta show you from the top. If you're interested to read all that. It's a note. That's it, really. Pretty cool. So this television is very epic in every respect. There's so many features, ports, and a amazing technology in this TV, man. It looks a much better one than the previous one they released. Looks far better. Because I'll show you something else. It's a really impressive television, man. It's a brand new one. It's on pre-order. See, look, pre-order. See, look, there is. Yeah. Isn't that price is a bit too high? Yeah. Boy. There is another option for 77 inch as well. So I'll show you both of them. Okay, this one, yeah. So the 77 inch Z9 OB 4K OLED HDR Smart TV 5OS. Okay, this one's 3,499. And there's another one called a 77 inch Z93 4K OLED TV with 5OS. 2,499. Okay, is that one. And then finally, the one we're seeing, which is one of the best one of all of them, and the most advanced, 77 inch Z95B 4K OLED HDR Smart TV 5OS. So this is one of the most advanced television that Panasonic has made. But if we look at the least one, there is 77-inch Z93 4K OLED TV with 5OS. This one is a very good price one. I would consider if you wanted to buy that. It's only $2,499. So if you think it's too expensive, if you can't afford the most technically advanced one, you can actually buy this one, yeah. So we are actually talking about this one. So really impressive, yeah. One of the best workers on TV. So this television, it is a 4K OLED. There's many features, ports, even all the new ones mixed together. So you're getting things like freely OLED screen, HCX, Pro AI MK2 processor in there, 360-degree soundscape, Pro as well, game mode extreme, tuned by Technics. So there are some amazing things about this television. So I would say what's really impressive on this television. Was something remarkably stunning that a lot of TVs probably wouldn't have. A thing called freely, yeah, one that thing, yeah. The HCS Pro AI MK2 processor is another good thing about it. And the game mode extreme. These three things look top notch in this TV. Yeah, no, I'm not saying the other things aren't. Obviously, the whole of the package is amazing. But these three things are going to stand out on this television compared to other brand TVs. So there you go. Give me likes, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.